that thing, but looks like it ain't in the mood.
Indeed.
Hey guys, this is the Game Digest, and here is our review for the latest Square Enix release, Star Ocean: The Divine Force. Star Ocean: The Divine Force is an action role-playing game set in the Star Ocean world and franchise. It is the sixth major installment in the Star Ocean series. In Star Ocean: The Divine Force, we follow Raymond Lawrence's spaceship when it's attacked by the Pan-Galactic Federation and crashes on an undeveloped planet where he meets Princess Letitia, who is fighting to protect her homeland from an invading empire. Together, they set off on an adventure that will shake the foundations of the entire universe. But before we proceed with the review, make sure you don't miss our giveaway event, as we will be giving away digital copies of God of War Ragnarok and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to our loyal subscribers and supporters, whether new or old. So make sure to subscribe and head over our Twitter or Instagram, link is in the description below, to check the mechanics and participate in the giveaway. With that, let's begin with our review. The main star of this game's combat mechanics is the Duma, characterized as a robotic, mysterious, and intelligent life that aids the player throughout the game, such as granting you a shield in the form of a barrier, allowing you to zip towards your enemies, detect chests, gives you vanguard assault skills, and allowing you to do side dashes that exploits the blind spot of your enemies, which stuns them temporarily, increases your damage output. You can level up your Duma by spending Vanguard points or VP, which you can gather as it spreads throughout every zone in the map. Off battle, you can use your Duma to traverse towns or cities. You can also temporarily fly towards a target point, giving you a nice boost in reaching higher places or jumping off from one platform to another. Using Duma function spends VA energy, which is reflected in your VA gauge. Once it runs out, you can fill it up back by attacking your enemies. This Duma mechanic, either during battles or off battle, is very fun and satisfying to use, and you can quickly deploy it anytime, adding more spice in the game's overall gameplay mechanic. In this game, there are a good amount of characters you can use, with each having their own unique skills, specialties, roles, and crafting perks. And with this, you can customize your overall party synergies. You can also freely customize these heroes to whether focus on supporting, attacking, or casting spells. Each character has a specific weapon they can use, which is kinda limiting to the game's RPG aspect, but still you can customize as to what build you can do with each of them. The maximum numbers in a party is only 4, and you can freely change your controlled hero anytime, it be during battles or off battle, giving you absolute control on how each battle will turn out. Though the party AI is somewhat bad, as most of the time they are unable to evade or dodge enemy attacks well. So buffing up their defense and resistance or adding a healer to your party is the way to go early in the game. You can build every character in 3 ways, either to focus on attacks, defense, or support, or build a mage type character. And each has their own skills and combos that you can customize and perform. The combo mechanic in this game is noteworthy, as every character has 3 sets of combo chains comprised of 3 techniques or moves each, which you can also extensively customize. Though it only has 3 sets, this does not mean you're limited to executing only 3 hit combos, as you can chain your combo with the next set as long as your action points or AP allows it. Every move or skill requires action points or AP. In every battle, you're given a varying amount of AP you can use, and this amount varies by how you approach every battle. Like when doing surprise attacks, it gives you more starting AP rather than opening your attacks regularly. You can regain AP by holding back your attacks for brief moments. The game also has a blindside mechanic, or basically attacking your opponents when you are out of their sight or in their blind spot, which if you execute correctly, stuns your enemies. Not only does it stun your enemies, but they will also receive extra damage from you for a short amount of time. So exploiting this mechanic benefits you greatly in every battle. Battle fights overall are great, fast, and smooth. The game, although needs a bit of improvement with its lock targeting system, as it is often glitchy and does not lock onto the nearest enemy. With regard to the game's RPG aspect, this game indeed has an extensive skill tree that you can customize, experiment, and build on for each hero. It consists of stat increase, new movesets, techniques, and passive skills. Skill points or SP is used to upgrade the skill tree, and SPs are gained via leveling up your characters. Once you have learned or unlocked these new techniques and passives, you may also use your SP to level them up. Leveling up your skills to increase their damage or level up your passive skills to make them more powerful. The extensive character customization highlights the roles you can give for each character in your party. So use your SP wisely and always think about your team's synergy. There's also an extensive item creation mechanic in the game. As you progress with the game, you will be able to unlock various item creation abilities. Some of these mechanics include compounding items where you can combine to create strong potions, crafting where you can craft gears using ores or cloth, or smithing where you can create weapons using ore and other materials. Every character has their own unique passive skill for item creation, and you can level their skills to make their crafting more effective. Figuring out and exploring this whole item creation system adds a layer to this game's whole RPG aspect. The game also has a very enjoyable minigame called Esoa. It's basically a checkers type of game where you'll strategically place your pawns or pieces to damage the overall health of your opponent or destroy your opponent's pawns. You'll be able to loot some of this game pieces as you explore each map or win it by defeating your opponents. There is a ranking system inside this minigame, and each rank adds more difficulty and rewards you the higher you go. The best thing about this game's pieces is that they are not only limited for playing SOL, but these pieces can actually be equipped as your accessory, and every piece has a varying effect and buff. Higher tier pieces, of course, gives you better buffs and passives. So the main goal of this mini game is for you to achieve a higher rank and collect higher tier pieces for boosting your entire party. With all of these major components, we can absolutely say that this game's gameplay is quite unique and is worth a try. World and storytelling. The game's world is set in a sci-fi fantasy universe filled with vast landscapes, mountains and hilltops, towns, and large cities or kingdoms. Each zone is well rendered and the character models are good, although the overall game graphics is clearly not for next gen consoles. As you traverse the world, you'll be able to encounter various loots, chests, vanguard points or VP, side quests, and SOA opponents. Exploring the whole map and checking every corner is really rewarding as it often leads to rare items. So spamming the detection button is the right way to go so you won't miss any rare chests and items. You'll also encounter various kinds of enemies and mini bosses with unique skills, attack patterns, and elements. However, the whole problem with your enemies is that they are somewhat easy to deal with. So you might want to choose the hardest difficulty if you're the type of gamer who wants a challenge. Boss fights are also good and the battle soundtracks are kinda noteworthy. However, with regard to the game's story and dialogue, the game is fairly average. It is straightforward and the character motivations in some parts or events are somewhat questionable. But don't get us wrong, the characters in this game are well constructed, dynamic, and quite likable. It's just sometimes why they do the things they do could be doubtful. Each character has their own unique quirks and personalities, but the way they are presented are sometimes a hit or a miss. Performance. We played this game the PS5 and it performed well. We did not experience any frame drops and the game's combat mechanics ran smoothly. The only thing we can note is that the graphics of the game is average and clearly is not for next gen consoles. Final thoughts. With the great gameplay mechanics and the extensive RPG aspect this game offers, we can definitely say that this game is kinda worth a try. Whether you're a new or avid fan of the game franchise and can ignore the shortcomings this game has, there's a great chance you'll enjoy this game. Feel free to post down below your comments about our video. Stay tuned for our next tutorial and guide for Star Ocean the Divine Force. If you want more gaming content, be sure to like and subscribe to the Game Digest, and don't forget to enable notifications by clicking on the bell icon. Thank you for your support and stay tuned for the next game guides and reviews. We'll see you next time. Cheers.